What's up, guys? Haven't seen you guys in a minute. Well, I really never see you because I'm behind this fucking camera. But got a quick little video for you here. I hope it to be quick. Basically, these are tools I carry for emergencies on the side of the road. I recently got caught with my pants down and got stranded for a while because I wasn't prepared like I normally am, and I just had shit scattered throughout. So I went and picked up this box to help keep the stuff together. I used to have a truck bed box, toolbox, job box, whatever, in the back, but I got rid of that not that long ago, and I never re-upped. So I'm just gonna go through some stuff I got in here, and a few things that are not in this box that are necessary are like our jumper cables. Definitely that's in the truck all the time. And what else? Might be some other stuff I'm forgetting, but we'll get there when we get there. Let's get going through this box. It's a 28-inch Craftsman box. I got it for 25 bucks on clearance or on sale at Menards. It's supposed to have a water seal here, which I can attest that it does work. As you'll see, some of this stuff did get rust on them, but that was from during my ordeal with the rim. Got stuck, and this whole big Ford thing. If you own a Ford, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you own aluminum rims or dissimilar metal rims from the hub and they get stuck, and yeah. We'll get there. Let's start digging into this thing. And before I get too far, this thing does have some nice heavy duty metal latches that are lockable on both sides, so that's kind of neat. And oddly enough, it does have this little tape type measure on top, which I'm not sure what I would use it for, but I guess you could measure a fish on it if you took it fishing. But so what do we have here? Let's see. Let's get this all set up. So key rule here is to get tools that are as cheap but are a viable, usable option. Because obviously you're going to have this in your truck. It's always, or car, always a possibility of this shit getting stolen. You don't want to have your nice snap-on shit in here. So just have stuff that you know is good, but as cheap as possible at the same time. I mean, you got to find your balance there. So just heed that warning. Don't put your expensive shit in here, you know. And obviously, I mean, you guys know better. So we'll have a standard set of screwdrivers. I have these Craftsman ones because I've deemed them to be not fucking that good, but screwdrivers, they'll be just fine and they'll work. And the biggest, most important one is going to be your big flatheads. You're going to want at least to have a couple of them in here. So that's because you'll need those pry bars. That's what you're going to use them for in an emergency on the side of the road, at least. So definitely have at least 2 of those handy, and a number 2 Phillips. So, and we'll just throw this shit out as we go. Some standard cutters. These got rusty. These weren't like this a week ago, but since I was during my whole ordeal, they ended up staying outside and they got a little rusty, but just some surface rust, and we'll get that off of there. But no big deal. These stay in here. So as I said, nice cutters, grippers, good all-purpose tool, really handy. Wire nuts. You're going to want to have those. You'd be amazed at the kind of stuff you could fix with just a couple wire nuts. And as you see here, just loose crimp connectors. You can get a lot of shit done like that. You're going to want to have multiple forms of cutting stuff, such as knives. Knives are good at cutting stuff. So you're going to want some of these. This is a good knife. Not my favorite, so that's why it's in here. Another form of cutting things, just this cheap little knife. And also will work as a scraper and self-defense if you had the time to reach into your toolbox to get a knife, or you can just be packing heat like a sensible person would do. Yeah, I don't carry like a bunch of sockets in here because more than likely if you're stuck on the side of the road, you ain't gonna have parts anyways. You ain't gonna get that far. So I mean, if you do get to an auto store, that's probably where you'll go buy tools. That's what I do. So just a random wrench. I believe this is for my battery terminal. Another form of cutting stuff. Need a knife, and you should always carry one in the cab. Get into an accident, see an accident, you can cut seat belts apart, get people out of places, get yourself out of a place. So besides as a dude, you should probably carry a knife, or even a woman. I mean, anybody. It's not to be sexist, but it's always a good thing to have a knife, no matter what, no matter the style. Just carry a knife with you. Handier than you think. Just a standard pin for trailers and stuff. You never know, you might lose a pin. This will at least get you home. if you lose one and you need just something to pop in there. And you can obviously bend this into different shapes. And that's why you need the pliers for, to help you bend stuff. So that's helpful. Trailer light tester. I believe this is just standard on Fords as far as this style. So that's handy. I pull trailers every once in a while, and this comes in handy. Like I said, cheap tools, pliers. These are just some Doyle's. Cheap as dirt, but I know they're good. So I like carrying those. Carry a standard extension and a 19mm. And that's just because that's the size of my wheel lug nuts. And I know these fit, all of them. So that's why I carry that. Bungee cord. You'd be surprised the shit you can hold up with a bungee cord. Definitely handy. Parts flying off your truck, you know, Chevy problems. Duct tape. Again, you have a Chevy, you're gonna want duct tape. Some more screwdrivers. I'm gonna fuck that shit off. Carry wire strippers for sure. These double as a fucking needle nose. Obviously a cutter, bolt cutter, which is not too handy in a car, but and then your crimpers for all your crimp connectors, obviously. Another form of cutting stuff, just a little cheap little throwaway knife. 14 mil. Can't remember exactly why I carry this size, but I know it does have a good use for it. And a marker, so you can write down all your hopes and dreams while you're stuck on the side of the road. Light bulbs, spare light bulbs for the headlights. My truck pretty much uses the same one all the way around for the most part. A little bit of electrical tape, help keep your temporary fixes a little bit less temporary. And this one comes with a nice little tray. You can throw that out of there. And you're going to want to have a Harbor Freight coupon book, so you can look at all the tools that you shouldn't have bought and filled your box with as you're stuck on the side of the road with your broken ass tools and your broken ass truck. A ratchet strap that has 1,010,000 uses. I mean, holding your shit down. I mean, the guys are in the know. YouTube it. This will get you, if you're stuck somewhere, stuck in a hole, your four-wheel drive ain't getting you out. You wrap this bitch around your tire the right way, it'll get you out. And you get yourself a good one. I got these at an auction. I got fucking 50 of them. And, I mean, you can pretty much, you could use this as a winch in a pinch really badly. You could use it. So, carry a standard, this is just 14 gauge stranded wire. You can jumper the shit out of some stuff that's going wrong with your truck. You can do quite a bit with this. So it's good to carry a little spool of wire. You can get away with a lot of stuff. This is more of a, let's just call this a temporary pin you could use. This will help, you know, just another pry bar really, or a driver pin, driver pin. Breaker bar for my socket to remove the lug nuts. I don't like carrying a 4-way, it's just a little cumbersome. And I mean, yeah, I use it for my vehicle, so that's what it's for. And I'd rather carry it. It gives me a little bit more leverage, and I'm more confident in that. Carry this big pulley puller. Depending on your vehicle, this will be handy. And I carry the socket. This fits right over my rear hub on my truck, or around the cap for the rear axle. And this helped me remove my rim when it was seized on there. Obviously cleaning and anti-seizing or greasing the wheel will help prevent that, but this will get you. This got me there. This and Deadblow Hammer to the back of the tire got that rim off. So I'm making this standard to carry in my truck because it did save my ass. So this is staying in the truck. Another screwdriver. Again, this is a striking cap, so good pin. Driver. Let's see. I like to carry heavy duty log chain, because when you're saving those damsels in distress, you want to look tough. You don't want to pull out your little yellow strap. I mean, strap to pull them out of the ditch. You want to have a nice heavy duty chain, look like a fucking man, and you know, and struggle with that and pinch your fingers. Deadblow Hammer. I like these Harbor Freight ones because they'll warranty them and because they work. This is the biggest. I think this is the biggest one they sell, and this also helped me remove my rim. And I mean, endless useless. It's still a hammer. it'll work. It'll get you there. And the last thing I got in here is just a cheap little jack, and that's just because I don't like the little ones that they come with. The cars do, and this will do it good enough. This can also work as a type of winch. You could use this, put it up against a post or a tree with a chain or the ratchet strap and help pull your vehicle out. Granted, you're only going to go that far, but a lot of times that's all you need to get out of where you're stuck. So this has more uses than one. You got to be very creative, but guys in the know. And yeah, and obviously the bar, this will work for several different things besides just the jack. So, you know, got to be creative with this stuff. So let me know what you guys carry in the comments. Let me know what you think is a bad idea, or is there a brand you prefer to carry for certain things like this jack? I use it. It works fine. And I might go up in one more size and get a bigger one. But yeah, this works good enough. And just heed this warning though. Don't have this shit flopping around inside the cabin of your vehicle. If you get into an accident and you get this fucking box flying at you at 70 miles an hour, you're fucking smoked. So be careful. Have your shit strapped down. Get it locked up. I have a really cool strapping setup inside my pickup. It helps me keep my shit from getting stolen, and keeps everyone inside the truck safe from any of the shit flying around. So just heed that warning. Don't have shit flying around in the back of your truck either, and just the bad chains. That's just some dangerous crap. Don't do it. So check out the Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Love you guys. Thanks for checking it out.